What's up, guys? It's the GVYC. Who am I here with?
Sam Jiang.
How'd you do today?
I got top 4 at the Milwaukee Regional.
Let's go. Dare I say, oh God, yes. I'll ask you what you're playing, but it's already known. What was it?
I played branded Despacito.
Beautiful. Just get into the list.
Yeah, so real quick, want to shout out GVYC, all the boys.
Woo! Boys!
With me. Yeah, with that, let's get started. So I played branded Despia. I played 51 cards. The 51st card was not necessary, but you know, I just went with that number. Let's get started. 3 Aluber, 3 Branded Fusion, 3 Opening, Standard.
Why'd you play Branded Fusion? Yeah, why 3 Branded Fusion?
I played 3 Cartesia. It's completely mandatory to play 3. It's not arguable to play 2 anymore because you just need engine pieces that do stuff that's not Branded Fusion. So, yeah.
Yeah, those are really ugly. Why do you have the bad rarity?
Yeah.
Is this a pack profile?
Yeah. So I played 1 Quem this time. So instead of playing the 2 Quem and Maximus, I decided to play with this. A lot of people are cutting Nib or they're playing it at like not 3 in the main deck, and then I didn't think they were going to side it in against me because it's super bad. So I just played the 1 Quem and it was fine. Just less normal summon, so you don't break on it too much. I played 3 Deployment. This card's really good. Yeah. Apparently, okay, I didn't realize this before, but Borload Savage negates activation. So, and this card you can only activate once per turn. So he negated this with Borload Savage. I thrust it into a second one, and yeah, it's pretty solid.
Beautiful. A lot of the cards in the branded deck you can only activate them once per turn.
Yeah. I played 3 Albaz, and I had 1 Fire King opponent that was super. He talent saw my hand, saw that I had 1 Albaz, and he activated Lullaby to take my other Albaz from deck. And then he was so surprised when I had 3 Albaz. It's like, it's pretty normal to play 3. He's like, wow, I've never seen that before. Yeah. So, yeah, 3 Albaz, you gotta play 3.
That's like 50.
Yeah. Then I played Adlib and 2 Tragedy. 2 Tragedies for Alert, and then Adlib. This card is actually just like the God card. Because, I don't know, you like, whenever you use this card's effect, it usually just means you win right there. There's like, sometimes, like going second, your plan is generally to puppet like the fire deck, but sometimes you literally just go like summon Mirror Jade, make Quem, and make a Cartesia, and like after you clear their board, like that's your end board, and that's always enough to stop the Fire King or Snake Eye follow up, which is really cool that you actually have like different, if you have this in hand, so like to fuse off with the Mirror Jade. So like yeah, it's cool that you have in-engine ways to stop their follow up because most decks don't. And then I played 3 Shroud. This card was the craziest card all day today. Every single time I saw this, it just made my hand instantly better.
Super mega upstart goblin. Yeah,
it's like upstart goblin and foolish barrel on steroids. Like it was so broken. Great card. Also you can like I play Branded High Spirits too, which you just add back every turn, and sometimes like you don't need it to do anything with the High Spirits. You don't need to actually activate it. So you just discard it from your hand to revive this from the graveyard and just attack for 25 and yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's just a guy.
Yeah. I played 1 Mercurier.
Shouts out to 1 Mercurier.
Dude, every single time I hard draw this, it wins me the game. So I loved it. 1 and 1 of these, yeah. You can't side this out. Just like ever, you need to have this. In certain game states, you needed to get access to the Branded Fusion, and sometimes I would just like draw unplayable going second, but then like get access to this somehow, and then it worked out. So.
Would you ever play another Sarnier?
No, I just play like Mag in the main. Honestly, like I feel like you should probably play Mag in the main. It's like really good, and like everybody's playing weird decks now, so may as well just play the main deck.
Only weird decks.
Yeah. 1 copy of Giving Puppet Nightmare. Best card.
Interactive.
Yeah.
No, he plays it because he just likes the archetype.
Okay, here's the thing.
It's the 51st card.
Okay, so if I'm going first against somebody who like knows what they're doing with Snake Eye, like low key, I don't even like go for this. Like this is more important going second sometimes. Like I talked about the other play where you can have like the ad lib with like Mirror Jade, Cartesia Quem, and that's enough to stop their follow-up, but like most of the times Fire's follow-up is too strong, so like you need this going second to stop them, but you don't actually need Puppet to win going first. Like you absolutely do. Like your regular M board, if you just want to not lose to a Bestial, then just like don't make this going first, or don't go for it.
A lot of Bestials floating around now
Yeah,
too.
lots of people playing Bestials. I played 2 branded red, no branded in white this time. But yeah, these 2 were really solid. Sometimes I side out the second one, but usually, yeah, I think you just have to play 2. Since like, it used to be standard to play 2, and then a Shizu tier came out, and then everybody started playing 1, and then it just stuck at playing 1 for like the longest time, even like several ban lists after all the tier cards were hit. But like, I feel like, yeah, 2 is definitely the correct number.
Do you think it served as a good board breaker this format?
Yeah, it's like a good board breaker. It works really well if you play 3 Shroud, because you just act like dump Albaz immediately, and then you also get to play around like Imperm on your Owlbear. So like, yeah, it's good to hard draw. It's like, it's never a brick. 1 loss, 1 retribution, and then 1 high spirits. These 2 obviously like lost really good. It's really good. High spirits, like also this card was another like every single time it resolved, like I won instantly type of thing. Like people don't realize like this card is actually just the same thing as a branded fusion sometimes. Like, it gets you like pretty much the same amount of advantage as a branded fusion. Like especially if you discard an Albaz, you can discard Edge Imp, dump Masquerade, and then like search Cartesia, and like that's I did that one game, and that was crazy. Like I drew this, like I lost a die roll to Fire, and then I just had that, and like if you have Patchwork, then you know it's just over. I played 1 Foolish, 1 Called By, just a good one to play. I played for non-engine. This was the only non-engine I played in 51. I didn't play Droplets, I didn't play Super Poly, I didn't play any of that. Like, honestly, you just don't need Droplets or like Super Poly or hand traps or anything. Like, you just play with your engine, and it's like, and you can usually almost find a line to get there. And so like these cards are the cards that like facilitate you getting injured. Like, you have so many power spells to search with this going second, that like, you know, like it just becomes any card in your deck. And then talents. So I was at 50, and my 51st card, I decided to play second talents. So I was like, just in case, man. Like, and what happens is my last round, game 1, I drew 2 talents, 2 shroud, and like a gimmick puppet. So like completely unplayable. So yeah, maybe just cut the 1. Duplication. This is like the best card in the deck. So like honestly,
Damn near.
like, yeah, every single time this card resolved, it instantly won the game on the spot. People don't realize, like, so if you get hand trapped, right, and you just go for the duplication line, this card by itself and any discard is gimmick puppet lock, as long as you have 1 light spellcaster somewhere in rotation. So like, it's another reason to play Cartesia at 3. Like, this just guarantees a puppet lock, even through, like, I got hit by Nib, Ash, Imperm, still puppet locked him, still had follow-up. Like, I got hit by like double Imperm, Druis Worm, and still puppet locked him. Like, this card just makes everything possible. So yeah, I think I've been always considering playing 3 of this. I think I would, after today, I would side 2 more copies of this going first.
Unreal.
I played 3 Allure. This card was broken because every single time after this card resolved, like your hand is just crazy. Like, I don't know, you literally have every single card available in your hand. There's a couple times, one time today I drew double Allure and then like 3 spell cards. So I was like, set 3 spell cards, like praying to God, please activate Allure. Drew 2 cards, Tragedy.
Oh my
Tragedy,
God.
Branded Fusion. So yeah, this card was broken. Sometimes, so what I was doing earlier in the tournament when I was playing against maybe like less familiar players was I was siding out 2 Allure plus the 1 copy of Tragedy, going second and just signing for breakers. But like as it progressed, I just found myself like not wanting to have any cards in my hand that was not engine. So like I started just like keeping 3 of these and then just like not signing in droplets against them, and that worked out pretty well too. This card's just really good. It always works out.
You'd never play less than 3, right?
No. Okay. If you're playing a card like Allure, why would you not play 3? Right? It's either you play like 0 or 3. And then the best. Actually, you know what? This is the best 9.
Yeah. There we go.
Like, if you draw Patchwork or you get access to Patchwork going second into Fire, you won instantly. You literally win instantly because you make the Chimera. It can't be targeted. It's chain blocked, so it's popping their Apo. It's popping the Island. It's like, and you're drawing 2 cards with it. So like, you know, and all the cards that you can draw, like whenever you get to, that's why like Allure and like Patchwork are so crazy, because like when you make Chimera draw or you draw with Allure, you just draw into cards that are so impactful. Even like 1 fusion deployment is incredibly impactful. Or if you just draw like into the Brandon and Red, like drawing to anything, it does so much, and this just facilitates that. And there's like a lot of times where like Patchwork is the best card to search off a thrust, because you're just going to like pop their field, draw cards, and like and the Chimera is just so annoying because when you play 3 Shroud too, like you can always dump opening to protect it, and it just sits there forever, and then you know they have to go for Zealantis. Like they have to do Zealantis. It's the only thing they can go for to out it. So yeah, this was incredibly broken.
How do you feel about ratios?
You could argue for playing like the 3rd Edgin, but it was just like not necessary. There was a couple times like I just like bricked, and it was just like this plus like unplayable cards. So like Edgin might contribute to that. Like I think 2 and 2 and 2 is probably just like the right amount to go for. Like I saw it the perfect amount of times.
That's good.
Yeah. So on to the...
What's your MVP card of the day in the main?
Oh, MVP card of the main. I feel like every day, it's like every time it's just like fusion duplication. Like it wins instantly. Like this card is crazy. And also, I think the other MVP card is 3 Shroud. Like this card was also amazing. Like
Okay.
I just love these.
And what were your matchups?
So I played against 4 Snake Eye and 1 Fire King, so mostly Fire. I just played against Fire all day, and then the random rogue decks I played against were like Labyrinth, Dragon Link, Hero, and Voiceless. And my one loss was Dragon Link. Just, I don't know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
Shadow Shields.
Yeah. So yeah, extra. I played 1 of the Lubellion, 2 of the Albion. Then I played 2 Mirror Jade. Yeah, you gotta play 2. You gotta play 2.
He owns 2 still.
1 Titaniclad. Yeah, this one's broken. And then Sanctifier. This one is like the MVP for the extra deck. Like he is like just so stupid. Whenever this card revives a Mirror Jade too, and like I don't know.
That's unreal.
It's like
I thought it couldn't get any worse.
you can't even or like sometimes it's not even correct to go for Puppet, and you literally just make this in on like a turn 3 or in a grind game just so you can like keep reviving Mirror Jades. Or like a play I did with this was I revived my Albion to their fields, and then I summoned Albaz to mine to fuse off to make a Mirror Jade, and then this re-enters the graveyard, so then I get the search again.
That's so nasty.
Yeah, this card is so broken. And then 1 Rinrum, last one. This one was really good. Like it happened so many times where like I had my opponent like magged me, so I knew he had a Bestial, and then I would have this in the grave and an Albaz, and I have a set Brandon and Red. But like you can just maneuver around the Bestial when you have both this and Brandon and Red, since like if you like activate this to revive the Albaz and the Bestial, you can just chain the Brandon and Red. So like sometimes the way to play around them having Bestials is to just like overload on things in the graveyard, and they can't banish them all. And so yeah, this card's really good. You never actually need to summon it though, but yeah, it's solid.
Only 1 mag.
And then played 2 Grand Guignol. One of them's not a Starlight. Some poor.
God, bro, holy.
Yeah, that's gross.
There's the broken here.
Yeah. So, honestly, I never made the second Grand Guignol, so you probably don't need the second one. But since I cut Super Poly, I had the room, so I decided just to play the second one. Yeah.
Anything you might like in that slot though?
Second Chimera.
I thought of it, dude. Low-key, a second Guardian Chimera, because that card's really broken.
If you're playing 2 Brandon and Red and all the Edge Gym stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, I never made the second Grand Guignol, so I'm probably just gonna make this second.
Sounds like
Chimera.
we should all be playing Brandon. We already know.
Yeah. And then for other fusions, I played 1 Dragon Despia. This card's solid. Yeah. I played 1 Quertus to summon off the Grand Guignol. This one, so a really cool interaction with this is if you have this on the field and they go Zealantis banish, they can't like banish it and summon this face down, because if you summon it off Grand Guignol, it wasn't properly summoned, so they can't revive it, which means if they go Zealantis while this is face up, this just gets banished, stays banished, and you summon Albaz from your deck, fuse off their Zealantis, and now you make a Mirror Jade, and now they don't OTK you. So that's why I'm really happy I played Fire all day today, because like there's just like so many interactions with this deck where they like totally just screw over the Fire cards.
At Vegas too, I'm sure it was like that here. People just play so bad, it's
people
unbelievable.
Yeah. At Vegas, people would literally go Zealantis, banish my Mirror Jade, and then summon it back face up.
Oh my god.
And then Mirror Jade gets to use its effect again. So cool.
So keep doing that,
Yeah.
guys,
Reading
please.
stuff.
We want more of these mats.
Yeah, Masquerade, this card was the other MVP. Like, you don't actually need this for time. It's just like, you attack, leave them on like 1,800 life points, summon Masquerade. And yeah.
You get 2.
Or like, another thing I did was, against Snake Eye, I would just like summon this, summon Mirror Jade, send Albaz to the graveyard and set a Brandon in red, instead of going, and also have Albaz and Adlib in the graveyard with Brandon in red, Mirror Jade this, to play around a Bestial or them having Bell, because like you basically just play Protect the Castle with this card, and they summon Flamebird, you banish it with Mirror Jade, they like try to do something else to get rid of this, you like Brandon in red, pop it, so like you just keep protecting this forever, and then it also plays around a Bestial when you go for that line. So yeah, this card is really, really solid. And another play I did with this was my opponent tried to keep me off 3 monsters from going for Guardian Chimera. So I had 1 monster that he knew, and I had 2 spells in hand, and I had a Brandon red set. So he knew I couldn't Guardian Chimera him, but what he did was he popped my Masquerade because it was burning him infinitely. So I just went activate Brandon in red, target engrave, and then I chain Masquerade to revive itself because it can just special summon itself. And then I had 3 monsters for the Chimera. And then yeah,
That's
the
so
Chimera
nice. My God.
Also turning off like the Zealantis okay, just to they have to pop it comes back.
Yeah.
And like if you got a Luber to protect again.
Yeah, and then you have a Luber too. So like you just have so many layers of like things that where like Fire can't actually OTK you.
That's a lot of fuck you.
We played Guardian Chimera. I think this card was insane. Like this card also won every single time it resolved. So I think I played the second one. And then the last card I played was Magnum Reliever. This card I was very shaky on, but after today I think I definitely keep it. So one of the concessions that I wanted to make for stun in case I faced it was to have 2 pieces of back row removal, because against stun what you can do is you can end on Magnum, Mirror Jade, and then Adlib, and then a Brandon red set. So then like then you have 2 ways of removing their back row, and so usually that end board is enough to pretty much always guarantee the win into stun decks. So I want to do that, and it also outs Typhon sometimes. There's certain times where Typhon is like hella annoying because like if you Brandon red into Drag Spell, that literally does nothing. If you go on a Chimera, you can't use its effect. It's just like a fat body that sits there and like I guess doesn't die. But like this actually like gets rid of the Typhon, and then you also get to draw an extra card. So yeah, this card is pretty solid. I continue playing. For the side, I played 3 Bestials. This was not enough, bro. You actually need a side like just like 3 of this. I don't know. like these were also good. Baldrake is crazy in
Unreal right
branded
now.
specifically because there's cool interactions where you can go Baldrake, tribute your own Grand Guignol, and so that way they can't go Zealantis, banish your Grand Guignol, summon it back face down. If you tribute Grand Guignol to the graveyard, then when they go Zealantis, it has to, like, it always gets to trigger, and so it just banishes, you summon Quertus, and then you also don't die. Thought about a lot of ways of not losing to Zealantis. But like these obviously like insane is like Voiceless, the Mirror, etc. But yeah, I should probably play more. I played 3 droplets. Yeah, these cards are good, and I think I continue signing them, but like I never actually felt like I needed them to play into like even when pure Snake Eye goes for like the formula, like the full Ash Witch combo where they have like 2 Omni negates. I still don't like, you don't actually need to negate them to beat the board, so, and you just lose cards out of your hand. So maybe this is like better for like Rogue, like Voiceless, or like some random, you know, combo FTK deck. It was the same thing with like Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler was just for like Envoys. This, honestly, I liked a little bit better just because you get to keep cards in your hand. And in like a hand trap format, like I just want to like use one card to trade with more than one thing, and then I have more cards in hand to simply just play through hand traps. So yeah, these were pretty solid. And then I played 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I didn't play against Stun, so I didn't side these in once except against Labyrinth, and then I didn't draw it, and then it didn't matter because I chimeried the Labyrinth player for his life savings anyway, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. These again, like, I probably still keep siding these, but it wasn't as good as Guardian Chimera, which is just like a trend with like every side deck card. They just weren't Guardian Chimera. I played 1 Duster. I think you just have to play this, and then played 1 Daruma. I never sided this in. Theoretically, this is for like shifter decks. If they shifter you, you always just like Daruma, like book everything, and then you don't die, and then it's pretty solid. I don't know. I didn't play against a single shifter deck today, so this is whatever. And then 1 Branded Banishment. I expected to play against a lot of mirrors, and I saw a lot of other branded players playing next to me, but I never played against any mirrors. Yeah, this auto wins a mirror usually. Like in the branded mirror where you both have branded banishment, oftentimes it comes down to like who uses their branded banishment second. Like whoever uses it last, it like that really matters. But today, this won me my last round against Voiceless because I revived back my Albion, and then I fused off a Despia and his Skull Guardian to make Masquerade. So like, yeah, this card, and into any lighter dark deck. And sometimes, what's important is not actually the super poly effect. You don't actually need to super poly with this card for it to be good. A lot of times it's just a searchable Call of the Haunted for Mirror Jade. Yeah. And the searchable Call of the Haunted for Mirror Jade is crazy. So, yeah, that was a deck profile, 51 cards. Yeah. If I had to change anything, I think I would just take out the second talents and
Clean
just play
50.
Clean 50, and then take out like I play the second Guardian Chimera because that card was literally the best card ever.
Did you keep droplets?
Yeah, I probably keep everything in there, even though I never needed it. I just play the second Guardian Chimera. That card's needed.
So
Also, next time you're gonna put the decks in a cooler deck box, right?
Yeah.
you got a new one to put it in.
Sure.
Obviously, Sam, you've been one of the branded guys for a long time, but I think this is your first top with the deck. That's got to feel pretty great. Do you have any shout outs?
Shout outs to, of course, GVYC. I also want to shout out everybody in Chicago. I want to shout out Jubu locals, Emporium, like Dame and Tito, they're cool guys. Yeah, shout out Rico. Shout out Rico, the Prince of Puerto Rico.
He's going to appreciate that.
But yeah, that's all it for me.
All right.